I bought you a phone because that's a gift to you. Please like the video, subscribe, and ring the bell, please. Good Filipino evening to everybody. Derek with Q Adventures here. I have the privilege of sitting with EdMarie today. And I feel so bad, EdMarie, because a few weeks ago you extended. Well, let's back up a little bit actually. We met because we were walking, Ate and I was walking on Buyong Beach, and then there was an event there where they were passing out free food or something, and you and your friend Pink Eye was there, and then we struck up a conversation, and then you were kind enough to invite us over to your house, which we have documented. But unfortunately, my microphone was just so bad that there was so much static that video was not usable. And you are sister to Ken, yeah? And then we did a walkthrough of your house with Ken. And when we were learning about the story of your sister Ken, to be honest with you, I'm a little bit heartbroken, to find out that she doesn't have any birth paper. So literally, she doesn't exist in the eyes of the Filipino government, even though she's born in the Philippines to Filipino parents. But, as far as the paperwork is concerned, she doesn't exist. So that prevents her from going to school. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah. So we paid your. I'm sorry. I don't want to say anything that can be misconstrued as being offensive, but we covered your mother's salary for one day to go figure out how to get the birth documents for Ken.
Yes.
Do you know what happened with that? Did she ever was she successful in finding the information and how to get the documents for your sister?
My mother go on Monday and in Opon. She's working on it.
Oh, she's still working on it. Okay, so it's not done yet. So she started the process, but she's still working on it. Okay, so in the next few days we're gonna go check in with your mother before we go to Thailand. But also from our first meeting, I got to learn a little bit about you. How many siblings do you have?
4.
There's a total of 4. Are you the oldest, youngest?
The eldest.
You're the eldest? And I also learned that you are currently not going to school. Is that correct?
Yes, because I sacrificed myself because I am the eldest.
Because you're the eldest and you're not going to school because you have to sacrifice and work?
Yeah.
What do you do for work?
Selling balut. It's an extra.
So you sell balut to make extra income?
Yeah.
And how much do you sell the balut for?
I start selling balut 3 p.m. until 11 p.m. Then I have 300 or 200 pesos.
For the entire day of work? Is it a fixed salary or is it commission?
Commission.
Commission? So how much does one balut cost?
The balut is 25 pesos. Then I have 3 pesos.
So every balut that you sell for 25 pesos, you get 3 peso commission. So if you make 300 pesos for the day, then that means you sold 100 baluts. Okay. And how many hours? You said from 3 p.m. to
11 p.m.
to 11 p.m. 8 hours. Oh, okay. So it's one full work day, so no overtime. Okay, so all things considered, that's pretty considerable. But what is the minimum amount that you made in the past?
So 200 plus.
So 200 plus. So okay, so that's pretty close to 300. So okay. And do you have any intentions of going back to school?
Yeah, next year.
Next year you go back to school? How are you going to go back to school?
And when I have amount of money to buy my requirements enough, because my requirement is not enough.
Okay, so you're just lacking money to buy your requirements to go to school, and but you do have your birth certificate and your birth documents.
I have life birth.
You do have live birth.
My sister Ken doesn't have life birth.
Okay, you do, but she doesn't. So you exist in the Filipino government, no problem getting registered. So just this year you're not going because you're working to contribute to the family and save for yourself so you would have money to go to school next year. And then you also mentioned to me that you have a desire to have your own business. What kind of business do you want to have?
A little barbecue.
A little barbecue? So by having the business, how would that interfere with your school next year?
To buy cell phone.
What's that?
To buy cell phone.
Oh, you want to have a business to buy cell phone? Why do you want a cell phone?
Because in this grade we need a lot of editing.
Editing what?
Like we're taking videos and passing to our teacher.
Oh, like video projects. And then you need a cell phone to take the video and edit
Because
to.
sometimes I am the leader. Then I am absent because I don't have that phone.
Oh, okay. So sometimes you're the leader of the group for the group project, and then you're shy because you don't have a cell phone, so you're absent.
Yeah.
So what happens to the rest of the group members?
They will mad at me because why I'm absent.
Oh, okay.
Then
So
I am explaining to them because I don't have that gadget to support them.
okay. But doesn't any other classmates in the group have a cell phone that you
They
can use?
have they cell phone, but I am the leader, so I absent.
Even though you are the leader, can't you ask them to use their cell phone for the video? No? Okay. So if you start a barbecue business like you were talking about, how are you going to do the barbecue and go to school next year?
My if my mother doesn't have work, my mother will swap me like swap to sell barbecue.
Oh, okay. So you want to do a barbecue business now, and then when you start school, your mother will take over while you go to school. And then after school, are you going to work at the barbecue, or are you going to just concentrate on your homework?
Go barbecue because at night it's time to assignment.
At night, it's time to assignment. Say that again. I'm sorry.
I will swap my mother because my mother is kind of Singan, stop sa eskwela, diba?
What is that? Translate for me.
Calculate if how much is the
The
payment.
profit.
Yeah,
Okay. The profit and cost.
yeah.
Okay.
Because she said that her mother did not attend school, so that she might be low in calculating.
Oh, okay. Inexperience. Okay. Okay, so I understand. We just require a little translation there. So you will, after school, you will go switch with your mother because your mother doesn't have an educational background to calculate the profits of the business. So you will do that. So if you have a barbecue business, what hours would you be selling barbecue? Would it be only at night, or would it start in the morning, or
In the morning because there's no school.
you would sell barbecue in the morning? You know, like I observe a lot of the barbecue places here, they usually start at 3 p.m. and in the morning most people don't buy barbecue. and it's so hot. And that's okay with you?
Yes.
Where would you have the barbecue business?
In Isuya.
In
Mactan.
Isuya?
Mactan.
Is that close to Mactan Newtown? Or
Close,
far?
Mactan High School.
Close to Mactown High School. And would you sell it close to the school or yeah?
Close to the school and church.
And would you be selling mostly to students or who would you sell it to?
Student, student because in afternoon ni lunch. We're going to lunch.
So you sell it in the morning, so I'm guessing that you will take like an afternoon class for high school then?
Yeah.
What grade will you go to next year?
Grade 10.
Next year, grade 10 only?
Yeah.
Okay. And your other siblings are going to, your other two brothers are going to school?
Yes.
Okay. And yeah, I mean, I'm just talking to EdMarie here today because as I'm learning about their story, once again, you know, I'm just very heartbroken about, you know, her little sister Ken. And even EdMarie's story is just very heartfelt, you know. It's just like we have kept in contact since the last time that we met. Am I correct? Yeah. So, you know, like I learned that she sells balut from 3 to 11 p.m. despite the fact that it's, you know, only 8 hours, you know, still she's, how old are you, EdMarie?
I am 16 years old.
You're 16 years old. And, you know, I can't relate to her story directly because I didn't have personal experience. However, you know, this is a very common thing in Southeast Asia. My mother herself, you know, went through the same or similar situation where my maternal grandparents passed away when they were really young, when my mother and her siblings were very young. And my mother, being the second born with only one older brother, the older brother, my uncle, actually went to work at a very young age. And my mother was EdMarie's age, where she had to quit school and play the mother role to her little siblings. So, you know, generally speaking, I promote education, but EdMarie here does have a high desire to go back to school next year. And meanwhile, you know, for the rest of this school year, she wants to pursue a barbecue business, as she is saying, which is a very low cost. So what I'm gonna do for you, EdMarie, is that let me see here. I bought you a phone because you need, that's a gift to you. What's wrong? Huh? Are you emotional? Huh?
Wala sa kuan natin.
Open it.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, because that is a very common story. Every student that I ask over here, which I don't understand, I don't know why students need a cell phone for school, for high school especially. But, you know, the more students that I talk to, the more understanding that I have is internet access. And like you say, it is capturing video for school projects. And it is also, you know, editing, you know. So open it. I want you to see the phone. You're welcome. And this is a gift from one of my very generous subscribers. His name is Tony Persuade, and he made a very big donation to directly to me. And he is very kind that he tells me, he gives me instructions that I can apply his donation to whatever cause that I feel is worthy. And after getting to know you, EdMarie, even though I wish you were in school today, but being of an Asian background myself, I understand why you are not. And I want to work with you and mentor you because you live very close to here. And I don't want you to be shy. And I will help you do the necessary research on how to do the barbecue business. And once we get the research and we understand what the materials we need and how the setup is, where you are setting up, and what the costs are, I will sponsor you to start that business. But you have to promise me one thing. You have to, after you start earning profit, you have to help your little sister Ken get her live birth. Okay? Because I am a stranger. How old is she? She's 12?
Turning 13 this December 20.
Oh, she's having a birthday coming up. Yeah. Because, she's turning 13. She's 12 now.
Yeah.
So I'm a stranger. I cannot help her. I'm not a parent. So I cannot go to the city hall and get her live birth. It's up to your mother and your father and you to go get it. And she needs it. And it breaks my heart that she doesn't have it. And I need you to go get it for her. Okay? And whatever you need, I need you to communicate with me now that you have a phone especially. And you don't have to go to the internet cafe anymore. Okay? So your life is a little bit more convenient. And you can pursue your school next year. And I need you to register and go to school next year. School is very important. Okay? And then it's okay with me, after we research the barbecue business, I already have a lot of marketing ideas to make, I understand that there's a lot of barbecue business over here in the Philippines, even in Maribago right here. But I already have a lot of ideas on how to make your business stand out so we can drive business to your stand over your competitors. Okay? So, but I need you to work with me and I need you to just be honest with me. If you say something, if you say you're going to do something, I need you to do it. Okay? Don't make excuses. Okay? And I will I will help you the best I can. Okay? So are we ready to make a business?
Yeah.
You happy?
Yeah. Thank
Okay.
you for this sponsor.
Yes, of course. Of course. Thank Tony. Don't thank me.
Thank you, Sir Tony.
Yeah, and just getting back to Tony, everything else, is just like the money the donation that Tony sent to me, I am not promising yet, okay? But if the barbecue business, if the price is what I expect and the profit margin is what we expect, then I will apply that towards sponsoring your business. Okay? Meanwhile, guys, thank you very much for tuning in, and I'm very apologetic to EdMarie here for damaging the first video, which in my opinion was a very good video. So I thank EdMarie here to come back and give me a second opportunity to showcase her story, a very heartfelt, heartbroken story. Any young lady or young person, always deserve an education, but due to circumstances, which I completely understand because I am surrounded by it, and I came from a country that is similar, so I understand the circumstances. Whatever, the one thing that EdMarie stands out is that she is very, very motivated, and from our interaction, she demonstrates all the strength, she follows directions very well. She's a good listener, and she does ask questions when something is misunderstood or not understood. So I am very impressed with that, EdMarie, your ability to follow instructions. and your listening ability. So I hope that carries on, you know. And meanwhile, guys, thank you very much for tuning in. And Tony, thank you one more time for your participation in my channel. Not only participation, but in my terms, you're all in. So I really appreciate that, Tony. In this case, you know, we wouldn't be able to help EdMarie instantly without your help, Tony. So I am grateful for that. Until next time, you all have a good one.